Are you thinking about moving to York County, Virginia, also known as the Yorktown area? In this video, we're going to talk about the pros and the cons of living in York County, Virginia, and we're going to start right now. First, let's talk about Yorktown itself. When we talk about Yorktown, some people think we're talking about a city. No, Yorktown is actually a small village located within York County. And Yorktown only has about 230 to 260 people, but it is a super cool area, and there's a reason why people talk about it. If you are considering the York County area up here, you may want to also consider Gloucester Point right across the bridge. It's a nice area that you may like just as much, other than it's a little bit less populated, less things to do maybe, but you could find some great real estate prices in Gloucester Point. I've sold up in Hayes before and other parts of Gloucester Point. York County consists of approximately 71,000 residents, and you can see this red dotted line here. It outlines the York County area. It's a very large area. It goes all the way up to Williamsburg and all the way down through Newport News right here. Yorktown is located on the York River. And as you can see right here is the Coleman Memorial Bridge. And in a moment, we're gonna go there together live and check out a sunset. But you can see right here, this outline. This is the boundaries of Yorktown itself. There's a lot of history there. You can see the Yorktown Victory Monument. They have haunted ghost tours down at the Yorktown Hallowed Ground. If you want to check that out, there's the Yorktown French Memorial. Also, there is a free trolley. It's 100% free. You can hop on it anytime it's running. Usually it's running between 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. They will take you around to all the major places that you would want to visit for free. You can't beat that. If you are a York County resident, there are a lot of events that are free for you. There's a lot of history and charm about the Yorktown area and just the entire York County area, especially if you do venture up to Williamsburg. Williamsburg is its own city. It's not actually part of York County, but York County stretches all the way up that far. If you do explore Williamsburg, you're definitely going to want to check out Busch Gardens. If you were living in York County and you want to go up to Busch Gardens, you would be a short car ride away. Probably about 30 or 40 minutes, depending on traffic. Living in York County, you're very close to Virginia Beach. Very popular place to visit, to travel. Some people love living near Virginia Beach, but don't want to live in Virginia Beach. York County may be a great option for you. Depending on traffic, because you're gonna have to go through a tunnel, the drive from York County down to Virginia Beach is gonna be probably about an hour. They are working on widening the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, making it 8 lanes, like doubling the size of it. So by 2027, when that's done, I think that it's definitely going to be a better drive from York County to Virginia Beach. The schools in York County always seem to be very popular. If you want to check out the school districts and do some more research on that, I recommend checking out schooldigger.com or greatschools.org. York County is also known for its water access, the beaches, boating, paddleboarding. It's perfect for anybody that wants to live close to the water. As promised, we're going to take a live look at the Riverwalk Landing area. This is in Yorktown, and you're looking at the Coleman Memorial Bridge right there, and that takes you straight over across to the Gloucester Point area I mentioned earlier. This is really cool. On yorkcounty.gov website, they always have this live camera, and I just think it's such a cool angle and a really cool thing to look at. Even at nighttime, it lights up plenty to see the whole city. It's really cool. Check out yorkcounty.gov website. I'm actually very impressed with York County's website overall. Right there in the heart of the historic Yorktown area, you have Yorktown Beach, which is very popular and definitely worth checking out if you're in the area. Now, right across the bridge, as I mentioned, in Gloucester Point, there's a beach right there. Gloucester Beach Point. And then right across that bridge, you have Gloucester Point Beach Park. So you have 2 beaches that face each other on the York River. You also have the Watermen's Museum Beach. Now, these beaches, other than the Gloucester Point Beach, you can actually take that trolley I mentioned to these beaches for free. If you're into fishing, I've heard that the striped bass, the flounder, the croaker, Lots of croakers. Last time I went fishing, that's all we got. But definitely some really great fishing opportunities all throughout the Hampton Roads area. Outside of the great water access, another great thing about York County is it's a very military-friendly area. And I would say that about this entire Hampton Roads area because there's so much military culture here. We have a whole lot of major bases here. On the north side there, you have Fort Eustis and you have Langley. Down here on the south side, we have the Norfolk Naval Station. We have Oceana, Little Creek, Joint Staff, and we just get a lot of people that are constantly coming and going. I think it's the #1 military transit area in the entire country. Also, there's lots of parks, hiking trails, and different things to do with the dog. York County is definitely a little more country, and you'll feel that when you're driving down some of the roads. It's a little more spread out, but there are some neighborhoods that are more stacked on top of each other as well. I've sold some really nice brick houses in the Killen Creek area. Now let's talk about some of the cons of living in York County. And we're gonna start by talking about the cost of living. If you watch my channel, you may know I'm also a realtor and I help people buy and sell houses all throughout the Hampton Roads area. And I'm gonna tell you, York County is one of the most expensive areas in Hampton Roads. Let me show you. What you're looking at here is a breakdown as of February 2025. Keep in mind these numbers will change depending on when you're watching this video, but the perspective is still there. I'm just gonna show you how expensive Yorktown is compared to the other cities around. So as you can see, the median sales price for a detached single family home is $514,888. There's 2.1 months of inventory. That means it's a low inventory market right now. Now let's look at Virginia Beach, $476,000. So Virginia Beach, as far as the median sales price goes, has a lot more affordable options than what York County would have to offer. Currently in Virginia Beach, on detached single family homes, we've dropped down to 1.5 months of inventory, which is a big drop over 1 month, 25%, but that's because we're entering into the spring season. It's interesting to see that Williamsburg market has actually come down just a little bit, and really, if anything, just hasn't increased all that much, comparably speaking, to the York County area. The York County area is the most expensive area in Hampton Roads. So there's no doubt that York County is the most expensive area in all of Hampton Roads to live. That's because it's very popular. I've sold a home in the Killen Creek community, which is an association, and my clients were like blown away when it was time to gain their access to the association. There's a $1,000 fee that they charge just to be part of their association. The Killen Creek neighborhood is beautiful and they love it. They're very happy there. It's a golf course community. It's beautiful. Depending on your price range is really going to depend on where you would want to live. If you have any questions about where you might want to live in the York County area, or if you even want to live in the York County area, feel free to reach out to me. It's really going to depend on your price range. It's going to depend on, you know, which base you're stationed at, or where you work at, or where you want your kids to go to school at. There's a lot of factors to consider, but I'm happy to talk through that with you. Another con I'm gonna mention, and I just don't think it's that bad, but it depends on what you're used to as far as traffic goes. But there is actually some traffic in York County. Route 17 can feel like a parking lot during the peak hours. When I talk about traffic, I'm not just talking about going to and from work traffic. I'm also talking about the tourism traffic, because it is a poppin' place and there's events and different things going on in Yorktown and throughout York County that it does create some traffic, but that traffic is seasonal. Tourism is a big part of the economy though. It brings in about $200 million each year. The thing that makes Yorktown such a tourist magnet is not just the beauty of it itself, but also the location of it. It's so close to Williamsburg. It's so close to Virginia Beach, and there's just so much history in Yorktown. Yorktown does have a moderate flood risk. Make sure to do your due diligence if you're buying a home in the York County area, because there are some flood zones and you're going to want to be aware of that and just understand what the flood insurance might cost. Being on a peninsula surrounded by water, of course there are some flood zones. Flood insurance could cost anywhere from $500 to $1,500 a year. It just depends on where it's situated. Another thing about York County I will mention is there's not a lot to do. If you're looking to go out and do some shopping, or you're looking for a city-like vibe, you're not gonna find that in York County. If you're just looking for some nightlife or looking for something to do other than going to the beach, there's not a lot to do in York County. So depending on what you're into, York County may or may not be the best city for you based on that. Overall, there's a reason why York County is the most expensive area and in such high demand constantly year after year. If you have any other questions about York County, about Yorktown, feel free to reach out to me direct or leave your questions in the comments. And make sure to tap that subscribe button. Remember, I am here for you as a resource.